What's up, everyone? It's Anna, also known as That Star Wars Girl. And before I start doing my unboxing, I just have a bit of news. In my last video, I introduced my new kitten, Jack. And unfortunately, Jack passed away a few days ago. And it's hit me really hard, so I know usually when you do unboxing videos about huge milestones like this, it's usually, you know, peppy and happiness, but I'm honestly not that happy, so it's going to be more of a melancholy video. But, I mean, I got my, it's upside down, but I got my silver play button. So I'm going to open this and see if it lives up to all the hype that surrounds this. So I've been yelled about this on my live streams where I do unboxing, but I don't use scissors or anything to do this. I have a, carving kit that my father got for me. So it's got all these cool like knives and stuff, or X-Acto knives, so blades. It's got all these cool different types of blades. So thank you, Father, for that. And I'm gonna try opening this the best that I can on screen, because usually I have to like have it down here and fun stuff. Okay, everyone yells, "Don't cut towards you," but I always do. I have a bad habit of doing that. So I'm going to try my best because I know people will freak out. So, there we go. Alright, well, I already know that this is going to be silver. So, it's probably, I wouldn't be surprising if it was a different color. It's not going to be rainbow or something. I don't know too much about it, like the whole perks that come with YouTube. I just knew that this was the one that happens when you get to 100,000. Ooh. Okay, so it's open. It's got this nice little layer of foam, and it's got a letter from YouTube. Oh, it's on fancy schmancy paper. I don't know if you can see. You're not gonna be able to see. It's all texturized. You've done something that very few YouTube creators accomplish. Oh, well, thank you, YouTube. You had an astonishing 100,000 people subscribe to your channel. Thank you to everyone that did that. Thank you. My best friend's mother waited and was watching, and so she was actually my 100,000th subscriber. So thank you to Tammy. Shout out to Tammy. We know that numbers on YouTube can get really big, but we hope that you don't lose sight of the reality behind that 6-digit milestone. Yeah. Each and every person who has subscribed to your channel has been touched by what you created. That's sweet. They were inspired, challenged, or entertained. You achieved this milestone with hard work, perseverance, and probably a healthy sense of humor too. I don't think I'm that funny. Sometimes I feel like if I've had a couple, glasses of wine, I feel like I'm funny, but maybe it's just myself. I think sometimes I'm funny. Do other people think I'm funny? Maybe not necessarily. I think when I drop things, people think it's funny. But yeah, what you've accomplished can't be taken away from you. And we'd like to recognize you and your hard work with this Silver Creator Award as a small token of our esteem and respect. Well, thank you, YouTube. I appreciate that. We know that you don't do this for rewards. You do it because you have a drive to create and share, because you found an audience who cares. That is actually very, very true. Believe us when we say that we can't wait to see what you do next. A milestone a million subscribers may seem a long way off now, but you're closer than you think, and we're rooting for you. Congratulations. And then sincerely, Susan Wojcik. I hope I didn't pronounce her name wrong. She has a very strange signature, which you can't really see on here. Oh, maybe shadowing? No. You can kind of see her signature. It's, I thought I had bad handwriting, but, to each their own. So, thank you, Susan. And, it is crazy because I would never have done this if people didn't care. And we can go all the way back to my very first YouTube video where I'm doing a review of The Last Jedi, and I never in a million years thought I would have a YouTube channel that was just me talking. If anything, it would just be a place for my portfolio, like my art portfolio, to be. That way when I'm applying for jobs and stuff, or, I always wanted to work for like Lucasfilm with George Lucas, but then when I was in college and he sold to Disney, that dream kind of went out the window. So I always wanted to work at Blizzard, and I thought, maybe I would have a YouTube channel where I would just put my like reel on, my 3D animation reel, or my 3D modeling and that kind of stuff. So I never intended to actually have a YouTube channel, but then I went and saw The Last Jedi, and I was sitting in the theater, and I thought I was being pranked, and I've never been so angry, like that feeling when you get angry and your skin heats up, and it's not goosebumps because it's something cool, it's like, oh my god, my skin, like my blood is boiling beneath my skin, what on earth is going on? It was just every form of betrayal and anger and injustice of emotions you can feel. That's what I felt watching The Last Jedi, and I couldn't believe that it was real. And then I had bought tickets for the night that it came out and the morning after, just because I didn't know which one I would be able to make. And so after seeing it the first time, I was like, maybe I was just in the wrong mindset. Maybe I had one drink before I went in. I had a margarita. So I was like, I wasn't drunk by any means, so I wasn't even tipsy or, buzzed at all. But I was like, maybe that alcohol made something mess up in my head. So I went and saw it the next morning. I was like, this is even worse without one margarita. And I just remember sitting in the theater, and I'm like, I can't believe I'm watching. I can't believe I'm porting myself. Like, this is something that if somebody was going to torture me for information, they would make me sit there and watch this movie. It's just awful. Everything that I loved about Star Wars was just torn to pieces. And it was like as if somebody that had never seen Star Wars kind of it was like, oh, well, they have this power called the Force, and they use lightsabers, and Yoda trained Luke, and it was a puppet, and okay, just shove everything in one movie. But from the point of view of somebody that's never seen Star Wars, and only goal is to push politics, and it was infuriating. And so I posted on Facebook, I said, nobody go and watch this movie. It's the worst movie ever. Do not go watch it. It is not a Star Wars movie. And of course, everyone knows me, obviously they're my friends on Facebook, knows what a huge Star Wars fan I am, and that, everyone I ever talked to ever wanted to know why I didn't like it. So I was like, I'll just make a video. And so let me get this out, because now I said, let me make a video. Oh, and there's a card that dropped. I dropped something. Of course I did. And it's a little mini thing of that. But I made that video, and then people that weren't my friends and family watched it and asked me to make more videos, and now here I am opening this silver play button. It's actually kind of heavy. Oh, it's a mirror. This is a mirror. So you see, it's a mirror. Okay, well, I guess now if I ever need to fix my lipstick on stream, I have a mirror. And, oh, cool. Oh, that's nice. That's so convenient. You don't even have to, get a fancy frame. I think what I'll do is I'll get a frame for the little paper that goes with it and goes next. Maybe I can try to get it framed and put, this is velvet, so maybe get, a big frame from, a thrift store, and then put, a velvet, and then put this and this in it. I don't think I need to have glass in it or anything. But wow, and it presented to That Star Wars Girl for passing 100,000 subscribers. It says That Star Wars Girl. And somebody asked me before why I go by That Star Wars Girl. And I've talked about it a few times, but I think it's, now that, thank you to all the 100,000 people and, everyone that hasn't been here since the beginning and has joined me along the way. The reason why my channel is That Star Wars Girl, and I don't just talk about Star Wars, I talk about other things too, is because my entire life, it's always Star Wars. I love the X-Files, I love Star Trek, I love Lord of the Rings. There's just so many things that are such a big part of who I am and what I love. But at the end of the day, it's always going to be Star Wars. Star Wars was the thing that changed me as a person when I watched it and gave me hope for the rest of my life. And I will never forget the moment I saw the binary sunset scene with Luke Skywalker, and how Luke, just a farm boy, and he goes and he looks at the sunset, and, you know, there's a whole galaxy worth of possibilities, and he was able to go from being a farm boy to changing the, like, world and saving the galaxy from the dark side. And that, you know, changed my whole perspective on life. And so, you know, as a kid, you know, other kids and people in life can be pretty mean. And so I was always known as, you know, that weird Star Wars girl. And it was never something positive. It was always a derogatory term that people used to describe me. You know, it was elementary school, and then middle school, and then high school. It was never something positive. It was always like, oh, that's Anna, that weird Star Wars girl. And so I decided, you know, when that, because originally my channel was just, you know, my name, because it was connected to my Google account. And then I was thinking, I was like, okay, well, I'm going to make more videos. I obviously don't want, you know, my name to get out there and everything because of my family and whatnot, just keep that all private. But I was like, you know what? I've always been known as that weird Star Wars girl, so why don't I take that from being something negative and make it into a positive? And, you know, because I'm not ashamed of what I love, and I'm not ashamed of who I am. People are going to come and go in your life all the time, but at the end of the day, you need to do what makes you happy. And, you know, Star Wars always made me happy, and I'm not ashamed of being that weird Star Wars girl. I'm proud of it. So when I changed my channel name and I, you know, decided that's what my channel name is going to be, it's the thing that people have always called me to put me down, but it doesn't put me down anymore. It's something that I'm proud of. So I will always be that weird Star Wars girl because I love Star Wars and I'm not ashamed of it. And I, you know, I'm sad at the fact that I used to be ashamed of it, but I'm not anymore. And I'm so glad I was able to, through this platform on YouTube, find my people, if that makes any sense. And that's what, you know, I tell my family. It's like, I found my people, my fellow nerds, my fellow Star Wars fans, because Star Wars is something that is worth fighting for. And that's why I'm here. And just thank you to everyone that has subscribed, that, you know, got me to this. And I mean, I'm seeing my name on a plaque, so it's incredible. I know I said at the beginning this wasn't going to be happy, but oh my gosh, thank you. This is what I've been ashamed of my entire life, so, or I haven't been ashamed of it, but, you know, it's just, it was something that I always used to put me down, but doesn't do it anymore. That was a lot. But, thank you, everyone. This is such an honor. So, everyone, have a great rest of your day. And again, thank you. And may the Force be with you, because we are really, really, really going to need it. Bye, everyone.